Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into the comparison of two fantastic lenses. It's the Sony G Master 24-70 2.8 version 1 and the 35.8mm from Sony as well, which is not the G Master, but a very light, very affordable and a good lens to take with you. Both of these lenses are very good for photography and videography and cover both areas very well. First of all, we can start with the 35mm, which is the first choice for very many photographers. A very good prime lens, very versatile, and its use reaches over a great area. This is not the sharpest lens from Sony, but at the price of about $600, I guess, this delivers very high quality images, and you are editing your images that much in post-production anyway, so for the size and form factor of this lens, it's very much worth it. Some of the pros with this lens is that, first of all, it's small. You don't draw very much attention to what you're doing. Another thing is that the 35mm gives you pretty much, not the same as the 50, but it gives you pretty much a realistic view compared to what your eye sees. And with an f-stop of 1.8, you get a very creamy and delicious bokeh in the background, also in foreground, which separates your objects great from the surroundings. Another pro with an f-stop of 1.8 is that it lets a lot of light into the sensor, which makes it ideal for use in lower light conditions. And the last thing is that if you are going to choose only one lens, which is prime, and you don't have a zoom in reach, you can cover almost anything with a 35mm. Landscapes, portraits, environment. Some of the cons with this lens is that it's fixed, so you have to move your legs to get closer or further away from your object, and you can't compress your background only with zooming in. Price is really not a con on this lens because it's in the lower end of the budget scale. If you're going for the G Master version of this, that's a lot more expensive, but I guess the price for this one is not a con at all. And I really can't come up with any other reasons which is negative. Well, let's move on to the 24-70 lens. As the name says, the specifications, it's a zoom lens. This specific one isn't like the 7200, which is enclosed when zooming. So if you're zooming in rainy conditions or snowy weather, there is a risk of getting moist into the lens. So I would rather be careful and probably hold over the barrel while you are taking photos with the barrel extended, and also get a cloth to wipe most of the moist off before you contract the lens again. Many photographers and videographers prefer this lens just because it's very versatile. It has quite a wide angle with 24mm, and you can get the portrait focal length with 70mm, and an f-stop of 2.8 gives you, at least at 70mm, a very nice and compressed background. Some of the quality gets lost because just in the nature of it being a zoom lens and not a prime. It's very expensive to make really good zoom lenses because of the glass and the technology. But if you asked a photographer or a videographer, and also me, if you only have the possibility of taking one lens, just one lens with you, I would definitely choose this one, 24-70, because it covers 95% of the usage and what you're going to take pictures or film, what you're going to take pictures of or film. And there I already mentioned the first and most important pro with this lens, the versatility. The second pro with this lens is that the f-stop of 2.8 is constant in all the range from 24 to 70 millimeters. It's not less expensive lenses where the aperture probably would change and you will lose a lot of light possibilities in the extended end. The specification says that it has a weather sealing. Yeah, probably. But me personally would never ever consider this as watertight and always protect it either with your hand, your jacket, a cap over the lens, or even a raincoat for the lens in bad weather, or even consider to not take photos or film if it's very heavy rain, just to be on the safe side. The first con with this lens is that it's heavier than the 35 one. It gets longer and it's open construction when you extend the lens, and there are some artifacts when you are zooming, especially if you are taking pictures or film towards the sun or light, but that you can use to your but that you can utilize in a positive way and get some nice effects in your pictures if you want. If not, you have to use a hood and protect the lens from direct sunlight or light from strobes and video lights. The last con I can come up with is that if you go into post production in Lightroom, Premiere or whatever, you can see that in the wider end, the 24 millimeter, you get this time glass, hourglass effect, and the opposite in the long end, you get this barrel effect. So I guess it's about 35 millimeters or a little above. You get the most neutral lines in the image. Otherwise you will get this and this, which you have to try to fix in post or just be aware of it when you are filming, especially because in videos this is more difficult to get fixed. In a photo, one frame, it's easier. You can use Lightroom or Photoshop even to get this fixed. So I guess if you ask me which lens is the right choice for you, I can say there is no right choice, but if you had to choose one of the two, 35 or 24 to 70, I would definitely choose this one with the zoom possibilities. It's maybe 4 times the price of the 35 one, so maybe I would start with a 35 millimeter. So if you have any opinions on this yourself, be free to comment down below, like and subscribe to the channel. Maybe we can discuss some more lens choices in the future. Thank you for joining in, and maybe we'll see you in the next video. Bye.